Well, I'm not sure we're going to find an E or a B in here. Singing bowls were made in kind of a bell curve of a shape and a thickness, right around somewhere between a 6 and 3/4 to 7, maybe 7 1/8 diameter. So the great majority of the Tadabati, which is this kind of style, bowls that we get from the Himalayas are going to be in about that those dimensions. This one is a little smaller. Some of them are a little smaller, some of them are a little larger, but by and large, they're all right around within there, so they create about the same tones. So the challenge of finding a set is finding the pieces that are lower in pitch and higher in pitch from that bell curve. And of course, the construction of a bowl determines what the pitches are going to be. The wider the diameter, the deeper the tone. The thicker the walls, the thicker the construction, the higher the tone. So those two characteristics, properties of the singing bowl are going to determine which frequencies that it is. And of course, singing bowl always has multiple frequencies. So I've looked in my set area. This is my set area. I have a keyboard there so that if I have, I'm just doing something on the fly and I want to see how close it is, I can double check my own ear. But all of these are bowls that are, certain frequencies that are close to concert pitch or close to clean quarter tones or pentatonic tones that either on the fundamental or on the rim that we keep just to have around for occasions such as these. So I found this A -2. It's a very old void, so it's going to be a little over the price range that Jeff is looking to spend on his set. I'm going to see if there's anything in an A that we have that might work. And they would be right about here. That's slightly sharp, so I know that one won't work. That's way flat. Yeah, that won't work. It's too big. Too flat, too small. Way too flat. Okay. Let's look for A's in the showroom. So G+4. And A -2. Ooh. Ooh. This one looks like it's a really good bowl. It's actually an A -2, but let's just see if the complementary overtone, female overtone, will work with this one. I like it because it's a similar construction to these two. Now I kind of felt like it was too flat. How did you feel about that? See, what you're hearing is this is a pretty clean C sharp, and this is a D sharp -10 on the rim. So you definitely would pick that up with a leather mallet more than a padded mallet, because when you strike the bowls with the suede mallet, you're picking up the mid to female overtones more predominantly than the fundamental tone, the lower one. Do you feel that?
Yeah, it's just a little flat, right?
Right. Now, when you use the padded mallet, not so much. Do you hear what a difference the mallets make?
Yeah.
Now remember, there's got to be a B there, and we don't have that. But right now we're just thinking about the A. We have no A4s. But 2 hertz generally doesn't make any difference at all. Usually 4 hertz does it, not in a set. because they're so broad. The bandwidth, the sound waves are just so broad. It's not a big deal. Let's listen to this one.
A little better, huh?
Because it has a concert pitch D sharp rim. It's bigger and more expensive than I would like.
Well, we can add up the figures.
See where we go
Because I
from
mean,
there.
this is
Because
really coming together.
It is
so.
coming together. I'm afraid that's really all we can do for today, but
Yeah. There's hardly any variance. It's just
it's pretty smooth.
pretty smooth.
All right. I liked the price of this one better, but I like the sound of that one better. So we've come to an arrangement. Thank
We
you
did.
very much.
Thank you very much. Are you kidding me? This is awesome.
So we've got the A, and what an A it is. So that's where we need the B, right there. So let's listen to them together. Would you like to choose your weapon?
Sure. I'll take this one. It's the leather, right?
Right.
Okay.
So they're on this shelf paper because the shelf paper is like a rubberized shelf paper you can get really cheaply from Target. Keeps the balls fast while you're pressing against them to produce the fundamental tone. You're going to take these bad boys back to Orange County, and then when the next shipment comes in, we'll look for the E at the bottom of the
Right.
scale,
And then
and
the B, right?
the B right there.
Okay. Yeah. This is. I don't know if you can see this, but there's some markings in here that are just fantastic.
We found, the A we found was actually such an old void bowl that we didn't even know it was a void bowl. I had to look at it under bright light with a magnifying glass to see any trace of the little circles that went around the dots out here. People familiar with our site, this is one of the rarer types of bowls. We call them void markings, but basically they're dots within circles. And you can kind of see them very faintly in a couple of the places. So this set ranges from the 17th to the 19th century in age, and there's only a 2 hertz spread in pitch on the fundamentals. So it's a pretty tight set, and it'll go with his crystal bowls. He has some crystal bowls at home, so that sort of anchored us to concert pitch, because if we'd given him quarter tones, he would have been miserable.
I'm excited about taking him to. I teach yoga, and I'm really excited about taking him to my class and doing some restorative work with my students and singing these bowls and giving them 17th or 18th century sounds. I think it's awesome.
That
So
people
thank you.
heard generations ago.
Generations ago, yeah. That's probably what attracted me most about coming to you, was that I could get some authentic antique bowls that have been played for centuries. It's very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.